Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition. Dehlenisi. The proof of the Al Sabia region held a meeting with the Scrutiny Committee of the Regional Affairs for Migration. For international scene, the UN concerned about the consequences of the fighting in Sudan. Those with the headlines and welcome to the National News. In the afternoon of Tuesday, 4 May 2023, as part of the economic integration of young people, the CDC of locality of Demirchok hosted the closing ceremony of driving training initiated by the Minister of Youth and Culture, January 2023. The objective of this training program was to support the professional insertion in transport and logistics. During this ceremony, Her Excellency Hibo Mumin Asowe proceeded to the handing over the driving and license category P and C to the beneficiary who have successfully completed this training. Thereafter, the usual family photo marked the end of the ceremony. So, in his speech, the prefect of Demirchok, Mr. Abdi Shakib, said that this training will facilitate the young employee to professional insertion in the transport as well as the logistic. And also, there's in her president, the Minister of Youth and Culture, Mr. Hibo Mumina Sowe, and denoted that about 30 young girls and boys benefited from this 3 months program. This project was jointly implemented by the direction of the region and the direction of the economy insertion of the young people who finally collaborated under the impulse of His Excellency Minister and the supervision of the supervisor of the locality. The prefect of Ali Sabi region held yesterday morning in his office a meeting with the Scrutiny Committee of Regional Immigration Fine, which implementing project aimed at improving the living condition and creating economic opportunity for migrant, refugee population and hosted committee in the region. Organized by IGAT in collaboration with the head of the East Africa Division and Chairman and Federal Minister for Economic Cooperation and Development Senior Project Manager, German Development Bank, and the IGAD Migration Team. So the IGAD Regional Migration Fund is a unique intervention aimed at addressing the social economic challenge. So the director of the Health and Social Development Division of the IGAT explained the objective of the meeting is that the IGAT Regional Migration Fund is a unique intervention aimed at addressing the social and economic challenge of migrants along the migration route and people living in protected refugee camp in the region in Djibouti, Ali Sabi and Alide and all along the Kenya and Ethiopia border. The training center Sheikh Musa of the National Gendarmerie, located at the BK23, hosted it Tuesday, May 4, 2022, a discovery visit for students of the school, Notre Dame de Paulaus, welcomed on their arrival by Lieutenant Hussein Ahmed Ghana. The student began the visit with the raising of the color of the traditional ceremony, marking the taking of the deputy. A review of the means of the intervention of the GEG Education and the Mobile Gendarmerie opened the poll, followed by a demonstration of the now halt of the dog unit and that of the motorcyclists of the road safety scandal. Then the children were taken to the shooting simulator room where they attend an exercise performed by the GNGN operator. Afterward, the student had an opportunity to test the shooting simulator themselves with a content adapted to their age. A snake offered to the young guest and the administrative staff of the school closed the visit. So these young learners expressed their delight for this visit and were all willing to come back as soon as the opportunity arises. So a strong delegation went also on Wednesday, May 3, 2023 by sea in the chief town of Heiu to participate in the inauguration ceremony of the closing wall of the School 1. On arrival, the delegation was welcomed at the pier by the acting prefect, Mr. Ali Mohammed Meki, and hosted by the president of the regional council, Mr. Mohammed Ismail, and was taken to the regional council for its reception. Day after, the delegation moved to the elementary school when of Obo, where the place of the ceremony was prepared with a floric dance. So the Director General of the Education specified that this project of closing the school resulting from the BDR Regional Development Plan carried by the educational community and the parents of people was financed by the program Abdullah on the financing of the European Union with a technical support say of experts France under the control of delegation work of the territorial authority Obo from now on the 600 or so students of this school as well as the teachers will be able to work in better condition for optimal school results. The Ijtima of the Chora began yesterday afternoon Tuesday, May 4, 2023 in the White City, precisely at Biki Nev is held for 3 days. Organized by the Movement of Jewish and Persians template, this annual religious meeting is very well attended by the faithful. As soon as yesterday, thousands of Jewish from the capital and the entire region are gathered for collective prayer followed by awareness session on the values of the religion Islam in a constantly changing the world. The main objective of this great gathering Tachora is to raise awareness and share the good practice of our holy Islamic religion and to move away from action that may harm the good practice and get away from the false interpretation of the Muslim religion. So after each prior awareness session and interactive debate are organized to consolidate the faith of the faithful section organized and moderated by Jewish scholar that they gain from April in the order to form the faithful on the best value of our holy Muslim religion which promotes piety, wisdom, tolerance, harmony, and respect. As every year, the conference of the Ijtima of Tajura has seen a strong participation that's contained of thousands of people of all category and type, including many young and people to enhance and improve the condition of the stay, the faithful who will stay until the closure of the conference on Sunday with collective dua. As part of the discretion of a family care option for children without a parent care, so Children's Village in Tachora is launching an alternative care option, which is the voluntary foster family. To this end, an awareness raising training for community leaders composed of 10 men and 15 women of organized in cooperation with the regional office of the Ministry of Women and Family in order to identify voluntary foster family in the different neighborhoods of Tachua. The objective of this sensitization training for community leaders is to put in place families who are willing to host the next children of the target group who will need alternative care. This will be selected and effectually approved by competent authority. And now for a regional scene, we have Somalia youth and employment opportunity in Mogadishu. Scene we take us for more report.
Market for youth in Mogadishu. The Somali economy has shown positive development over the last 3 years since the end of Al-Shabaab's occupation of the main cities and establishment of government authorities in Mogadishu. Companies have opened or reopened several private actors. Call this period a revival. This economic is very much oriented toward the construction sector. Other basic services such as electricity, waste management, and water are becoming more widespread. Nearly all the employers serve and survey were interested in hiring more staff in middle terms, from private sectors actor to local non-governmental organization. Expecting more funding, their optimism has not been translated into immediate wave of recruitment. It does not amount to an increase in labor and also opportunities in the immediate terms, but it is still bodes well for the future.
And now for the international scene, in Sudan, a new tries shelter on 20 day of war. Please listen for more details with Gasra.
Days of the first fighting between the army and the parliamentaries who are vying for power in Sudan, risking spreads at down like the more than 5 million inhabitants of the capital, they now live only to the rhythms of bombardments, holds up to avoid stray, and in houses without water or electricity, less money, but also food in all the blistering heat. Since April 15, the war between the army of General Abdel Fattah and the parliamentaries of Rapid Support Forces of General Mohammed Hamdan has left 550 dead and 5,000 injured, according to reports. Largely underestimated. Hospital cannot keep up. Less than 1 in 5 is still functioning in Khartoum and almost none in Darfur.
Great Britain coronation of Charles III on Saturday in La Aviche.
World is about to see the first British coronation in 70 years. Operation Golden Orbs, the coronation ceremony that will formalize the King Charles III's transformation from history's longest reigning Prince of Wales into King of the United Kingdom, has at last came to fruition. Charles legally acceded to the throne as soon as his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, died last September. The coronation served as a religious ceremony, much like a wedding formalization. Charles is a new status as king. It's also a moment of national celebration and royalist propaganda welcoming the new king to his stations as the country move away from mourning his long reigning mother. The coronation is supposed to tell the world that King of Charles III planned to be. It is intended to be shorter and less ponderous than previous coronation, but it's still enough of spectacles to dazzle the public. There is going to be a lot of heavily symbolic ritual going down over the course of a ceremony. Some of it's stretching back before the Norman conquest of England in 66, and some of the brand new from the occasion.
That's it for this edition. Thanks for attention and wonderful evening.